Modern times have brought us many comforts. People live in wealth and luxury, but who should choose success? Oh, this question. Lovest thou me? Lovest thou me more than this? Lovest thou me more than this, my child? What will your answer be? Oh, precious Yah, I love thee more than all of these, more than wealth, more than fame, more than the world. Yes, I love you more than all this thing world can offer. All sinful follies I resign for thee. My all, my all, I love thee. I love thee more, I love thee more than this. Wealth, fame, the world. Give unto Yahuwah glory and strength. Give unto Yahuwah the glory due unto his sovereign name. This is the end of the 7th day. As well as the 6 working days of the first week of the 12th biblical lunar month, ADAR 6005. No, 6007. Yes, and your Sabbath has begun. Thus, the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the 6th day, Elohim ended his work which he had made and rested on the 7th day. Thus, Elohim blessed the 7th day, the Sabbath day, and hallowed it. This evening, even though it is cold and has been raining continually all day, I just want to give Yahuwah Elohim Most High thanks and praise that he has stilled the rain just a bit so that his Sabbath can be ushered in and I can perform my vow the vow that I had vowed, that whenever Yah's creation Sabbath begins, I will be on the street to welcome in the arrival of Yah's holy set-apart Sabbath, be it rain or be it shine. In Psalms 81, 1-3, we are told that we are to sing unto Yahuwah our strength and to make a joyful shout to the Elohim of Jacob, to the Elohim who created the heavens and the earth and the seas and the fountains of waters. We are also to blow the trumpet, blow the shofar at the new moon, at the time appointed, in the full moon, the day of the solemn feast. For this is a statute to Israel and a law to the father of Jacob. Now, this evening, what I have on my heart this evening is Yahuwah's Sabbath. Yes, Yahuwah's Sabbath that has been forgotten. Yahuwah's Sabbath that has been trodden underfoot. Yahuwah's Sabbath that has been hidden among the working days of the Gregorian week. I also have on my mind and on my heart the plight of Grandmaster Jay and the plight of Hebrew Israelites in general. The other nations have been oppressing Yahuwah's chosen people, who are the black Hebrew Israelites, descendants of slaves. We as a people have been lied on, falsely imprisoned. Our character has been what they call character assassination. And I am reminded that Yahuwah said his anointment, said, do not touch my anointed. Touch not my anointed. Neither does my prophet harm. And I am wondering if the powers that be, those who have lied on Grandmaster Jay in such an evil manner, if they do not know anything about Yahuwah, the Elohim, the mighty one of Israel. Had they known, I am sure they would not have. But they do not have any idea of how much Yahuwah regard his servants. And so they have take away the rights of Grandmaster Jay. Simply because they are afraid of the truth and the message that he has been giving Yahuwah's people. Because Yahuwah has commanded and has anointed Grandmaster Jay to proclaim the truth so that his people can be prepared to leave Babylon and to leave out of Egypt. There is an example that I would like to read to us. I only hope I will be able to see because I am in the dark. Well, I think I won't be able to see it, but I'm going to talk about it. Because I don't have a light with me right now. There's no light. But in Numbers chapter 12, reading from verses to 1, it talks about Aaron and Miriam, the brother and the sister of Moses, the servant of the living Elohim. They complain about the wife that Moses had married. They also complain about Yahuwah speaking to Moses alone and not talking with them. And as a result, it tells us that the wrath of Elohim was kindled against Aaron and Miriam. And Yahuwah says, if there's a prophet among you, him will I speak to in visions and in dreams. But my servant Moses, him will I speak to face. And as I see it, Grandmaster Jay is Yahuwah's Moses. And this system have no right to prevent him from carrying the message that Yahuwah has given him for the 12 tribes of Israel. And because of that, something drastic will be done. If Grandmaster Jay is not freed. Something drastic will be done by the mighty one of Israel. Because Yahuwah will no longer sit back and have his chosen people continue to be afflicted by the other nations. And I would urge that they let Grandmaster Jay free and drop the charges. Yes, the anger of Yahuwah kindled against Aaron and Miriam. And when Aaron looked around, he behold that Miriam was struck with leprosy. That's the Elohim we serve. Yes, that's the Elohim we serve. Yahuwah said, those who trouble Israel, his people, trouble the apple of his eyes. Yes, it's the Sabbath of the first quarter of the moon. And as I say, I don't have any light here. So I will just have to speak from the top of my head. Yes, Yahuwah's Sabbath has been removed from the moon phases. Yahuwah's Sabbath has been changed by Constantine of Rome. But the fact is, as we now know, that it was Yahuwah himself that caused his Sabbaths to be forgotten, because the Israelites rebelled against the Most High and went into idolatry. To find this text, since I am in the dark and since I have no light, I would ask that we read Lamentation 2 verses 1 to 6, where it tells us that Yahuwah was like an enemy to Israel, and Yahuwah has caused everything to be thrown down in Israel, and he has caused his Sabbaths and his feast days to be forgotten in Zion. So look at Lamentation 2 and read verses 1 through 6, and also read Hosea 1 and also 2, and note Hosea 2 verse 11, where Yahuwah has caused his Sabbaths and his feast days to be forgotten in Zion. But as the coming of Yahusha draws nearer and nearer, Yahuwah is now causing his Sabbaths to be known. And Yahuwah's Sabbaths are determined by each new moon on the phases of each, and the 4 phases of the moon. How I wish I could read something for us. But Yahuwah has promised a blessing. It's not going to be seen. Yes, Yahuwah has promised a blessing to those who keep his Sabbaths. Not just the Hebrew Israelites, but the Gentiles, the eunuch, and the strangers who seek to please Yahuwah and to keep his Sabbath day holy. Isaiah 58 tells us that we are to rebuild the old ways places, and we are to be repairer of the breach to dwell in. Psalms Isaiah 56 tells us that the eunuch and the strangers who pleases Yahuwah and keep his Sabbaths will have a place in his house, and they will be given a name that is equal to that of sons and daughters. Exodus 31 verses 12 to 17 tells us that Yahuwah's Sabbath is a sign between him and his people Israel throughout their generation, as a perpetual covenant forever. It tells us that those who break the Sabbath and do any work will be cut off from his people, and that they will be put to death. Well, the rain is coming down again, and although it is cloudy, I was still expecting y'all to show me the first quarter of the moon. Yes, I was still expecting that, because he's a mighty Elohim. He's the one that caused the sun to stand still so that his prophet Joshua and Elijah could complete the work that he had given them to do in fighting against the enemy of his people. But that is not going to happen now. It's raining, and it is the Sabbath of the first quarter of the moon of the 12th biblical lunar month, ADAR 8, 6007. Remember, let us be obedient. Yahusha said, Isaiah 1 verse 19 and 20 says, if he be willing and obedient, he shall eat the good of the land. But if he refuse and rebel, he shall be devoured with the sword. Holy Sabbath, day of rest, but you shall richly bless. It to us a sign shall be throughout all eternity. Yes, it is the Sabbath of the first quarter of the moon of the 12th biblical month, Adar 8, 6007. And Yahuwah's Sabbaths will be on Fridays on Rome's Gregorian calendar for 4 weeks. And I think it will be on the 19th of February through to the 12th of March 2021. Let us remember Yah's Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days we are told to do all our work, but the Sabbath, the 7th day is Yah's Sabbath. And let us remember that Yah's Sabbath is the first of his 7 feasts. We can find that in Leviticus 23 verses 3. Shabbat Shalom. Have a blessed Sabbath. Shalom. 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 And those who hurt Grandmaster J will meet the wrath of Elohim. I can tell us that. Shalom.